This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. Good evening, students. Yesterday we have discussed some basic SQL queries. That is how to create a table, insert rows into it, update the records, deleting the records. Along with that, we also discussed how to add a column, delete a column, modify a column, add a constraint, deleting a constraint. These are called schema change statements. Okay. Now, here I do have some bunch of Infosys InfyTQ questions, and these are some of the questions I do have. Now, this is a first question for you. Based on what you understood in the yesterday session, please answer this question. Just I will give you 1 minute of time, or at least 2 minutes of time, so that you will get a confidence. Okay, these are some of the Infosys InfyTQ questions. And you are also equally eligible as CSC students, and same question paper is there for CSC students and ECE students. That's why I thought of discussing some of the placement questions. Here I do have some Infosys InfyTQ questions. If you have anything, please share with me. If you have anything else, also share with me. We will discuss. Any answer for the question? Option 1. 1 means A. Okay, Vamshi. Option A, very good. Sai Krishna Reddy. Any other answers? No? Okay, listen to me. Listen to me. Option C, Teja Moparthi. You are given some different answers. And Sai Krishna Reddy also given 3. Narendra given 2 answers. Oh, A, B, C options are given by you. Okay, let me explain. You just verify what mistakes you have done if your answer is wrong. Look at what is the question. Consider the table consultant given below. It is a consultant table given. This is a table along with the data. Okay, update consultant, set mobile number equal to. Okay, this is a mobile number where ID equal to 1003. Okay, so 1003 is this one, and here mobile number is not there. It is to be set with this mobile number 8967859400. Option C, Surendra. Okay, done. Okay, first query is done. Second query, update again. Update consultant, set name equal to Rahim, where ID equal 1002. 1002 is this one. Now name Michael is there. That Michael has to be changed to Rahim. Okay, done. Next, third one, delete from consultant where gender equal to female and the date of birth like percentile 92. Here just I have to explain about like operator. Okay, I will explain you now. Like is for pattern matching operator, means if the date of birth contains last 2 digits is 92, that is going to be selected. Delete from consultant where gender equal to female. Okay, and date of birth 92. Here gender is female, date of birth 92. This is going to be deleted. Okay, this is going to be deleted, removed. And one more, gender equal to female and date of birth like 92. This is female, but 92 is false, so this is not going to be deleted. Only one tuple is going to be deleted. Last, select name comma gender name, gender, mobile number. So final output I'm writing. What final output is required? Name, gender, and mobile number. These are the attributes are required in the final output from consultant. Because this tuple is deleted, now what are the name? What is the name of the first tuple? Rahim, gender male, and mobile number null. And next is Ivan, gender is female, and mobile number this is 8967859400. And last one is Robert, male, and mobile number is 9876584912. Okay, fine, done. Now these are the three tuples to be in the output. See, Rahim, Ivan, Robert, male, female, male, null, this tuple and this tuple. Correct. Huh? So answer for this question is option E is the correct. And some of the people given option B, it is incorrect. Christian is not in the output because Christian record is deleted. Why? Because Christian is of female and gender and date of birth is ending with 92. And here this is also wrong because Christian is given. This is wrong because Ivan is not mentioned, because Ivan also possible to be in the output because Ivan is not there. This is not the correct output. Okay, fine. So answer for this question is option A. Now look at this question. And this is also one of the Infosys InfyTQ question only. I'll give you 2 minutes of time. Please try to solve this question. One, 3, 5, Narendra. That is option C. Naga Karthik, option C. Very good. I'm getting very good responses. Sai Krishna Reddy, 135. Okay, option C. Nice, nice, nice. Very good. Okay, let me explain. For those who have not understood, they can understand. Here it is given, consider the actual and desired table structure for the table employee given below. For the employee table, this is the table structure given. This is an actual table and this is a desired table. Means this table is going to be modified into this table. Now here you can see alter statements. Alter table employee, rename column. I shown you how to rename the column also. Rename column DEPT column to EMP DEPT table. Do you have DEPT column? Yes. Here EMP DEPT column, it is changing to EMP DEPT. Correct. Okay, this is a true statement. Correct statement. Look at for option. Look at for second statement. Alter table employee. What for modify? Modify is to modifying the existing column domain. Domain of existing column. So EMP designation. Before, do you have any column called EMP designation in the actual table? No. In the actual table, we don't have EMP designation column. But what is a modification? Modify query. Modify query is to modify the domain of existing column, means already there column, but we don't have any column called emp designation, so that this is a false statement. And option C, sorry, third statement, alter table employee add emp designation, because emp designation previously not there, I'm going to add emp designation with domain name varchar2 of 10. That is correct. And fourth one, alter table employee add date of joining. Do you have date of joining already there? Because already there, it is not for addition, it is called modification. So fourth statement is false. Now fifth statement is modifying the date of joining to the default sysdate. It is modifying date of joining to date which is default to sysdate. System date is default date. So this is a true statement. So which are the true statement? 1, 3, 5 are the true statements. So option C is the correct answer. So feeling very much happy because you people are answering the questions. Nice one. Okay. So one more question. Even this is also Infosys InfyTK question only. I do have Infosys InfyTK questions only. If you have any other placement questions, please share with me. Definitely, I'm going to discuss those questions during the session, or else I will explain to you separately also. 1, 2, 3, 4. But 1, 2, 3, 4 is not there in any option, right? Check it out. Vamshi, 1, 2, 3, 4 is not there. One, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Surendra. Alter table, like first one. Again, this is also similar question. Actual table and desired table. First one, alter table vehicle service. Rename column. Okay, renaming column. Which column it is to rename? Service number column to service ID. Okay, here this is not clear. Now look at service number column. It is going to be renamed to service ID. Do you have a service number column? Yes. Is it changing to service ID? Yes. Look at the domains also. Care 4, primary key, primary key. Okay. So only column is renamed. This is a true statement. What about the second statement? Alter table vehicle name, vehicle service. Rename. Rename means you are not going to change the domain. It is going to you are not going to change the domain. You are going to rename the column. Now rename column service type. Do you have a service type? Yes, already there. To vehicle type. Do you have vehicle type? Yes. Okay. But what is the domain name? Varchar2 of 10. Here, what is the domain name? Varchar2 of 11. It is meaning that it is not renaming the service type column. If it is to rename the service type column, domain should not be changed. But here domain is changed. That's why this statement is false. Now, third statement, alter table vehicle service, modify service charge to number of 7,2. What is a modify query? Modify queries for modifying the existing domain type. Modify service charge number of 7,2. Now, where is service charge here? Previously number. Now look at service charge, yes. Now number of 7,2, correct. It is a true statement. And what is the fourth statement? Alter table vehicle service. Okay, alter table vehicle service. Add vehicle type. It is add for adding the new column. Do you have a vehicle type column? No. So I will be adding the new column vehicle type, and which is varchar 2 of 11. Correct. Okay, this is a true statement. And what is the last statement? Alter table vehicle service, drop service type. Do you have a service type in the desired table? No. Do you have a service type in the actual table? Yes. This is going to be dropped. This column is to be dropped. This is also true statement. Okay. Now what are the true statements? 1, 3, 4, 5 are the true statements. That is there in the option D. So option D is the correct answer for the question. Okay, and these are the some of the questions from the Infosys InfoTQ. So these kind of questions you can expect in other placements also. Okay, this kind of questions you can expect even in other placements. Okay, fine. Right, now we are going to discuss some more concepts of query languages. We'll discuss one by one. Some more concepts we'll discuss. Listen to me carefully. Please share. Who's that? Who's that? Sir, I have some InfoTQ DBMS questions. Please share, Narendra. Definitely, I will give a solutions to that, and moreover, we will discuss parallelly in the sessions also. Fine. Okay. Now I'm going to discuss some more concepts. In the last class, we have discussed about how to create a table, how to insert records into the table, how to delete, how to update, how to add a column, or delete a column, rename a column, drop a column, add constraint, delete constraint. Those things we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss some more queries. Yesterday, what table we have discussed? Yesterday we have seen employee table. Just I wanted to display the employee table for the reference. Select star from how to display the table. Select star from table name. Employee. Okay, this is a query. Click on run. Now see, this is a table that we have created yesterday and inserted some of the records. Here we do have Narendra, Karthik, Teja, Akhil. Okay, these are the records we have. Now, here I will explain you some of the basic SQL queries for retrieving data from the database. Suppose if I wanted to retrieve only some of these sellers, or else if I wanted all the seller details. So means select star from employee. We have to write select star from employee. Fine. Now, if I wanted all the employees whose employee number is 2. Whose employee number is 2 means we can write where e number equal to, that we have discussed already. Now, suppose if I wanted all the employees whose salary, who is of CSC department. Find all the employees of CSC department and salary above 50,000. Suppose this is a question. Display all the employees. Again, I'm repeating. Display all the employees of CSC department whose salary is above 50,000. How do you write this? Select star from employees common, right? Now, which records are required? That records you have to specify as a condition, means whichever the records are needed, that conditions we write in the where class. Select star from employee where. What we have to write here? We have to write employees of department CSC. I told, so that you write a condition department equaled in single quotes. You write CSE. Okay, very good, Surendra. And we also have a condition, another condition. When more than one condition is there, we have to write all conditions connected with some logical connectivities. Here I wanted employees of CSC department whose salary is above 50,000. So the second condition is salary above 50,000 means greater than 50,000 semicolon, right? And query ends with semicolon. Now, according to the table of data that you have, which records are required to be in the output? Employee number 4 and employee number 6 records to be in the output. Means Teja is having salary above 50,000 and department CSC. Akhil salary above 50,000 department CSC. These two records are satisfying the condition, so that when this query executes, it should display the output Teja and Akhil. Their salaries are 60,000 and their department is CSC. It is to be in the output. Okay, right. So means you can write multiple conditions. What is the meaning is you can write in the where class. It is not that you have to write only one condition. You can write more than one condition possible. Okay. Next, when I click on this table, like my table consisting of Narendra, Karthik, Teja, Akhil. Okay. Now, suppose I wanted all the employees of salary 35,000 and 50,000. 35 and 50,000. Suppose if I say I wanted all the employees whose salaries 35,000 and 50,000. Now 35,000 is there for Narendra, 50,000 is there for Karthik. So we have to write a conditions. How to write a condition? Where? What condition you have to write? Salary equaled 35,000 and you have to write and salary equals 50,000 right now. So my question is find all the employees whose salary is 35,000 and 50,000. Now according to the question, I should get the output Narendra and Karthik. So here we do have a two conditions, salary equals 35 and salary equal 50,000. Now can anyone tell me what this query is going to return? Can anyone tell me what this query is going to return? It is going to return which employee records? Narendra and Karthik. It is incorrect. Look at why. You only observe. If I click on run, it won't display anything. So it is showing no data font. Then you may be wondering, sir, we have written query. Very good, Vamshi. Okay. So according to the question, what is the question? Find all the employees whose salary is above 35,000. Sorry, whose salary is 35,000 and 50,000. Okay. Now here it is given no data found. Why? Because look at any employee salary is both 35,000 and 50,000 possible? No. But my question is whose salary is 35,000 and 50,000. But when I'm talking about the different persons, I have to use ananda. Okay, you and me likewise. But we never say you are me, like, right? So means whenever you are comparing the same attribute, here you are comparing salary attribute with 35,000 and one more condition also comparing salary attribute with 50,000. Whenever you are comparing the same attribute salary with more than one value, instead of writing and, you have to write R. Instead of writing R and, you have to write R. Now click. Now I'm getting Narendra and Karthik. Here you observe a point, when you are comparing more than one attribute, with some values, more than one value, sorry, whenever you are comparing the same attribute with more than one value, you have to use R operator instead of AND operator. Instead of AND, you have to use R operator. Clear? Okay. Now if it is two different attributes, then you can write according to the condition, and is possible. But when you are comparing the same attribute with more than one value, you have to use R operator. And here you do remember insertion, deletion, updation always done row by row, one by one it is going to be executed. It is not that it has to be selected as a bunch. No, it is to evaluate the condition row by row. Now if I wanted all the employees whose salaries other than 35,000. Other than 35,000, which employees are there? Look at which employees are there. Here we do have Narendra, Karthik, other than 35,000, Karthik, Teja, and Akhil is there. So means Karthik should not, Narendra should not be displayed. How to write this query? How to write this query? Select star from employee. We have to write a condition where I don't want employee of salary 35,000. If I don't want employee of salary 35,000, what you can write is salary. If I write equal to 35,000, I'm going to get only Narendra record. But I don't want that 35,000 employee records. So what is to be displayed? It is to find other than salary 35,000. Then in such cases, you have to write a condition salary not equal to 35,000. For not equal to 35,000, in query language, we have an operator called less than greater than. This less than greater than will be used as a not equal to operator. Okay, this less than greater than will be used as a not equal to operator. Just check it out and click the run button. See, except 35,000 salary, I'm getting everything. This is one way of writing. Another one, you may write equal to only. You may write equal to. But when salary equal 35,000, it is going to return true for the tuple, but it should return false. So that you have to put not before the condition. If you put not before the condition, first condition is going to be evaluated salary equal 35. If it is true, then it makes not true false. So that tuple is not going to be selected. If it is false, not false is true, that tuple is going to be selected. Okay, right. Then you have to click. Now check it out whether this is working or not. Right. Yes, it is working. So means here either you use not operator before the condition, or else you can use a not equal to operator, which is the combination of less than and greater than. Okay, next, if I wanted to display all the employees, if I wanted to display all the employees of salary 35,000 and 50,000. 35,000 and 50,000 means previously have written this query, right? Salary equal 35,000 or salary equal 50,000. So instead of writing such a bigger condition, means if same attribute has to be compared with more than one value, say sometimes 2, 3, 4 values also, then in such case what you have to use? You have to use an operator called in. Please write running notes, or else yesterday's recorded session I will share with you, and today's recording session I can get tomorrow. Tomorrow I will share with you. That's why please write some running notes. Please write some running notes. Otherwise, you have to rewatch the video completely and write some notes. Prepare some notes. Here you have to use an operator called in. What is an in operator? In operator is used to compare the value of a salary with set of values. The value of a salary with set of values. So what you write? Select star from employee where salary in you have to write in 35,000 comma 50,000. So what does it mean? That operator in is called set comparison operator. Why it is called set comparison? Because it is comparing with a set of values. So in the parenthesis I can write multiple values if it is to be compared, and this is same as the query that we have discussed without in operator. Using or operator we have discussed, means this query is same as salary equal to 35,000 or salary equal to 50,000. So 35,000 and 50,000 means Narendra and Karthik should be in the output. Click. See, I got Narendra and Karthik, same thing. And if you wanted to get opposite results, means I don't want that salary of an employee, I don't want those those employees whose salary is 35,000 and 50,000, other employees I wanted. Then in such cases what you have to write? Just use not before the condition. If you use not before the condition and just click on run, you just observe you are getting opposite results. And moreover, not we use to get opposite results always. Okay, next, this is how we have to use in operator and not in operator. And then here I would like to write one more query. Uh, Sir, I sent you the pictures of infinity equations on WhatsApp. Okay, Narendra, thank you. Thank you, Narendra. Definitely, whichever is applicable at the respective day of topic, I will discuss those questions. Uh, if you have any specific doubts, you can ask me. Right. Suppose if I wanted employees, if I wanted all the employees, or else just I wanted name of the employee. Suppose I wanted only name of the employee. If I wanted only name of the employee instead of star, what you can write? Just write name. Just write name of the employee whose salary is uh, above 50 and below 60. Assume. Look at first this table. This table is having 35, 50, 60, 60. Suppose if I say find those employees whose salary is above 50 and below 30. Then in such case, we can write a query like this, where salary above 50 below 60 means between 50 and 60. Then we have to use an operator called between and operator between 50,000 and 60,000, between 50 and 60,000. Click on run. Now here what happened, where salary name is invalid identifier. You don't have it? Okay, e name is there. Sorry. Here what is the error I am getting? Name is invalid identifier because we don't have an employee name attribute. We have e name attribute. Okay, that's why it is showing an error. Okay, just I will be executing one more time. Here I am getting Karthik, Teja, and Akhil. Karthik, Teja, and Akhil I am getting. So Karthik is an employee whose salary is 50,000 and Teja and Akhil is having are the employees having 60,000 salary. Now, okay. Here with this, what you observe between and operator is using the 50,000s also inclusive, 60,000s also inclusive. Means in using between and operator, both arguments are inclusive. Both arguments are inclusive means it is same as salary greater than or equal to 50,000 and less than or equal to 60,000. And between and is used to compare a value of a variable with range, with a particular range. And whenever you are specifying the range with two values and both values are inclusive, means it is same as salary is greater than or equal to 50,000 and less than or equal to 60,000. Okay, fine. Some questions are given. Narendra, can't we write salary greater than 50,000 and salary less than 60,000? You can write, but between and is required for inclusions. Inclusions means it will be greater than or equal to 50,000 and less than or equal to 60,000. It is correct. So between and operator is requires those arguments that are both inclusive. And sir, in e-name E is mandatory. Sir, yeah, it is not that E is mandatory or something else. When I'm creating a table, look at what attribute names I have given, that attribute names only I have to use. Okay, while creation of a table, here employee name I have given as e name, that's why I give e name. If I could have given name, then just specifying name is sufficient. Okay, right. Vamshi, done. Can we run two statements at a time, sir? Teja, actually, if you run two statements one at a time, just check it out. What happens? Okay, here I have selected both the queries. Select start from employee where not salary equal 35,000. According to that query, that first query I have selected, Karthik, Teja, and Akhil should be there in the output. According to the second selected query, select e name from employee where salary between 50 and 60, so that Karthik, Teja, and Akhil should be there. Now look at, click on run. So it is giving invalid character. Why? Because here Oracle, what Oracle requires is each SQL query is sent to the Oracle engine one at a time. Okay, each SQL query has to be sent to the Oracle engine one at a time. So that's why execution of more than one query is not possible using normal SQL, but this is possible using PLSQL. PLSQL is called procedural language extensions to the structured query languages. There you can execute bunch of statements, means more than one SQL statements you can send to the what we can say, Oracle engine, and there all more than one SQL statement can be executed. Execution of that it is possible. That is possible in Oracle, that is possible in PLSQL, but not in the normal SQL. That's why each SQL query has to be sent to the Oracle engine separately. That's why I will be executing each SQL query separately. I'm executing. Next, suppose next one I will tell you. Just let me display the table so that I can explain you about it. Suppose I wanted a name of those employees whose department is not mentioned. Whose department is not mentioned means in the bottom of the screen you can see whose department not mentioned. Here department attribute is having null values for the Narendra and Karthik, correct? For Narendra and Karthik, department is not mentioned. Now what is my query? I wanted to find those employees. Okay, just I will write. I wanted to display say employee names, assuming I wanted to display employee names from employee table whose department is not mentioned. Whose department is not mentioned means we have to write a condition where department not mentioned. Not mentioned means that value of the department should be null value. So you have to write where department is null. We have to use an operator called is null. You have to use an operator called, okay, very good Akhil, is null. Actually, we have to use an operator called is null to verify whether value in that attribute is null or a value. Is it null or a value? That is to be verified. To verify whether value is null, then we have to use an operator called is null. Okay, is space null. Okay, now just execute it. Now department is null is there for Narendra and Karthik. Just check it out. I'm getting Narendra and Karthik in the output. Okay, now if I write is not null, if I write is not null, what I'm getting opposite results. Teja and Akhil means for them the department is mentioned. It is not a null value. And moreover, Varun Sai asked, what happens if you write department equal to null? Very good question. What happens? You only tell me. Can anyone tell me what happens if you write department equal to null? Can anyone expect what is the output you can expect? What is the output you can expect? If I write department equal to null, are you going to expect the same output or different output? Same is incorrect, Narendra. Check it out. Click on run. I'm getting no data font. Why? Because what is the meaning of null is important. The meaning of null is not a value. Null means it is not a value. Because it is not a value, when it is not a value, how can I compare with a value? I cannot compare. Comparison of a null with a value is always false. That's why to compare the value, is it null or not, is possible only by specifying an operator called is null. To compare a null, we have to use only is null. If I write equal to null, it is incorrect. Why? Because null is meaning that it is unknown. Our value is not specified. When value is not specified, comparison of a null with a value means attribute value is always incorrect. It returns false statement. Okay. Now, this is correct. Do remember. Okay. Right. Next. Okay, is null we discussed. And next I will discuss one more question. I wanted all the employees whose name starts with N. Whose name starts with N. Whose name starts with N. Suppose I wanted all the employee names whose name starts with N. So whose name starts with N means Narendra should be in the output because Narendra name is started with N. So here when I have to write a query that where ename, if I write equal means equal is for comparing with an exact value. But here what I wanted, I have to compare the ename with some pattern. What is the pattern? The name of the employee should start with letter N. If I have to compare a value with a pattern, we have to use an operator called like, where ename like N started with N. After N, there may be 0 or many characters. If it is 0 or many characters, we have to use percentile sign. So here, I should say it is a string. Now, like is a pattern matching. It is to compare with a pattern. Now, that pattern I am mentioning with a single quotes, semicolon. Now, you just check it out. Select ename from employee where ename like N percentile. Now, click on run. Now, see, I am getting Narendra. Means like is for comparing a value with a pattern. Now, here we will be using a percentile symbol. This percentile symbol, that percentile symbol is for specifying 0 or many characters. Suppose if I wanted name of the employees whose name ends with A. Ends with A means, can anyone tell me? Starts with N means N percentile have written. Ends with A means what I have to write? Ends with A. Percentile means 0 or many characters. Varun Sai. Percentile means 0 or many characters. Percentile E means, okay, percentile E. Percentile A, very good, Karthik Pedisetti. Percentile A specifies it is ending with A, means before A you may have 0 or many characters, but the string that you are comparing should be ends with A. So what you can write, where ename like percentile A. Click run. No, I'm not getting any data. Okay, very good. I'm not getting any data. Can anyone tell me, because Narendra and Teja is ended with A, but I'm not getting an output that Narendra and Teja. What mistake went? Where I got a problem? Now I got a problem with respect to domain. How to check the domain of a table, domain of an attributes? We have to use describe table name. Now look at what is a table? Employee table. When I describe this employee table, here I got e-number, e-name, salary and department. Now look at e-name is char of 10 characters. Because it is a char of 10 characters, and here char data type is a fixed length character data type. Fixed length character data type means the number of characters is 10, always fixed. It is not going to be all 10 characters are fixed, and whenever I'm going to insert some string into that attribute, it is to be from left to right. So 10th character and remaining characters are going to be set as a null, means empty characters, null characters. This is causing a wastage of space. Suppose I mentioned char of 10, but I used only Vamshi. Vamshi means, say, assuming it is 6 characters and remaining 4 character space is wasted. It is allocated. To avoid that wastage, instead of using the domain type as character, we have to use domain type as var character. Var char is called variable character length. Now, how can I do modifications? Can anyone tell me how to modify that ename column from char of 10 to varchar of 10, means domain name I wanted to change. How can I change? Alter employee, alter, yesterday we have discussed now, alter table employee. What we wanted to do, we have to modify which column? Ename column. Previously we do have char of 10. Now it is to be modified to varchar of varchar 2. So we do have varchar and varchar 2, both are there, and varchar and varchar 2 is supporting the number of characters possible in a string is going to be doubled in when compared with varchar. Varchar 2 is double the size. Okay, so how many? 10 characters. So I wanted to alter it just to show you that that query is going to be executed. Table is altered. Now because table is altered, now you just check it out, this query. So whenever this query is executed, select ename from employee where ename like %. Now I have to get Narendra and Teja both. Click on run. Oh, what happened? What happened? Table is altered. Just let me check. Okay. It is varchar 2 of 10. Varchar means variable character length. Ename is varchar 2 of ename is varchar 2 of 10. It is displayed, but it is variable length character string. Okay, variable length character string means size is fixed according to the string that you have inserted. Here we have done everything perfectly. Still I'm not getting an output. What went wrong? It is modified. It is showing it is modified. I have to get both Narendra and Teja because both Narendra and Teja is ended with letter A. Auto committing already. Okay, I will do manually also. Save the database manually also, but it is not the option is stated. Commit statement not applicable. All statements are automatically committed. But what went wrong here? No data font. Okay, one thing I will do. Maybe because already 10 characters are allotted as a fixed length character, maybe it is not working. Just I'm thinking. Okay, we'll try to insert one record. Insert into employee values. Insert into employee values. Here values you have to give something around 6. Name of the employee Priya. So just I'm thinking that because for that strings already inserted strings having fixed length character strings, even though domain is changed, maybe it is not applicable to the existing data. Just we'll check it out. And salary is 90,000. And branch department ECE. Okay, close. Just check it out. We'll insert one record and we'll check it out. Unique constraint is violated. Unique constraint 6 is already there. Okay, then 9 I will insert. One row is inserted. Now I'll check it out whether this will work. Priya, at least Priya should come in the output because Priya is inserted after the modification. Click on run. Yeah, okay, that's a problem because the data Narendra and Teja is inserted when the domain type is char of 10. Domain type is char of 10 means it is fixed length character string. That's why it is not finding the output. After modification, now whatever the strings that I'm inserting is going to take as variable length character strings, because which is already inserted, that is fixed length characters as it is. Now these are variable length character strings. So in that variable length character string, last character is A, is there for Priya. Priya is in the output. Now suppose if I write, can anyone tell me what is the meaning of this percentile A percentile? What is the meaning of this percentile A percentile? In middle. It is not middle. It is not middle. Not middle. Arey yaar. It is not middle. If it is middle, Priya should not be in the output. Why? Because in Narendra, A is there in the middle. In Teja, A is at the end. Priya, A is at the end. So only Narendra should come in the output. Okay, just let me check what it is going to return. So I am getting Priya, Narendra, Karthik, Teja, Akhil. For all of them, A letter is there. Now, A letter is there for Akhil as a beginning. A letter is there for Priya and Teja at the end. A letter is there for Narendra and Karthik at the second letter. So what is the meaning of percentile? Percentile specifies 0 or many characters. Because percentile specifies 0 or many characters. So before A there may be 0 or many characters. After A also there may be 0 or many characters. Means percentile specifies A will be there at any position, either maybe before or after, sorry, at the beginning or at the end or at any place possible. That's why it is giving the output of all this. Okay. Now, so percentile A specifies ends with A. A percentile specifies starts with A. Percentile specifies contains A, we can call it, somewhere between, somewhere, okay, somewhere it should be there in the string. Now suppose I wanted employee names of only 4 characters, names of employees whose length is 4 characters. So in such cases, like is not working. To compare, here we have to use where ename, where here we have to use a function called length function, length, where length of ename equaled 4. Okay, where length of ename equaled 4. So look at when you execute this query, click run. Teja, again same problem with the fixed length characters. That's why generally you use it to use variable length characters. Now Priya is having 5 characters now. Now if I write 5, now I should get the output Priya. Now I'm getting Priya. Why? Because Narendra, Teja, Karthik and all have inserted when the domain type of name is fixed length characters, that is char of 10, which is fixed length character string. So automatically it is taking 10 characters. Because it is 10 characters, so the remaining characters in that are specified as an empty characters. That's why it is showing it is length is 10 characters only. Look at, if I write length of ename equal 10, I'm going to get all the 4 records. Look at, why? Because for them, when it is fixed length character strings, the length is 10. Now see, Narendra, Karthik, Teja, Akhil, I'm getting it. So this is a small drawback here in the Oracle, because the data I have already inserted is fixed length, so that length cannot be shrinked according to the string size. If you take varchar of 10, so length is number of characters to be allocated is going to be shrinked according to the value that you are inserted. Okay, that's the difference. Next, here, just 1 minute. One of the student told me a question was asked in their placement, in his placement. Like this kind of table is given, like employee table is given, and the student told me that he was asked in a personal interview. The interviewer asked to the personal interviewer, sorry, the interviewer asked to the student that display, write a query to display all the employees with even roll number. That is a simple question. It is asked, display all the employees with even employee numbers, or no, not roll number, even employee number. So according to the question, which employee records to be displayed? 2 Narendra record is to be displayed, and 4 Teja record, and 6 Akhil record also to be displayed. Except 9 Priya, 3 Karthik, all 3 records are to be displayed. Now what query you are going to write? Suppose if I am an interviewer, you are a person who is taking an interview, then what query you are going to write? Can anyone tell me? Have you understood the question? Display all the employees with even employee number. Display all employees with even employee number. That is a query. That is a question. What you have to write? Select star from, just you tell me that last condition, where E number modulus 2 doubling. Okay, it is an interview question. Maybe you will be laughing that this much easy question, why interviewer asked? Maybe you are laughing. I can see. Sai Krishna Reddy, what is given? E number percentile 2 double equal to 0. And do remember, Sai Krishna, we don't have a double equal to operator. Do remember, we don't have a double equal to operator for comparison. For comparison also we'll be using single equal to only. So it is wrong. Double equal to is wrong. Vamsi, E number percentile 2 equal to 0. Okay. Narendra, E number percentile 2 equal to 0. Divide by 2 equal to 0, I think. E number equal to E number modulus 2. Surendra, not sure about it. Okay. Finding even numbers. This is generally a student do mistakes. Actually, even CSC students also, they will think that E number modulus 2 equal to 0. But it is incorrect. Why? Because this is a small, very basic question, but generally they might not practice. They will give a solution is E number modulus 2. But do remember, in SQL we don't have a modulus operator. That point, if you know it, you know the SQL. Otherwise, so what interviewer thinks? Okay, you don't know the basics also. So generally the students, these things they don't observe. Select star from employee. What you have to write? Where this modulus operator, because not there in SQL as an operator, but that modulus is there as a mod function. Mod E number comma 2 equal to 0. Now click run. Now I'm getting 2, 4, 6. Narendra, Teja, Akhil, I'm getting it. Okay, so even when I was asking the same question to the CS students, when I was taking the same domain training classes for CS students, even they also given the same kind of answers. Not even one student given mod of E number comma 2, because these are the minute things generally students don't think, but a student who knows even this minute thing, that is required for the interviewer. So means interviewer expecting even this kind of minute things a student should already know. Okay, fine. That's about how to retrieve data from the database using the select queries with various operators. Here today I discussed some various operators: AND operator, OR operator, NOT operator, in, not in, between, and is null, like, length, mod. These things I have discussed. Tomorrow we are going to discuss some more questions, some more concepts, and which are quite bit interesting. Hope you are enjoying the lecture. Thank you. Good day. See you tomorrow.